This will be a 120 Q&A practice test. Plaintiff Attorney Mr. Snyder, capital S-N-Y-D-E-R. Defense Attorney Ms. M.S. period Antonio, capital A-N-T-O-N-I-O. And we'll start with the plaintiff. Ready? It says, quote, I pulled over and wondered where the SUV had disappeared to. Yes. And the second page goes on and says, quote, subsequently a group of cyclists came back to the scene and I made sure no one removed the cyclist's helmet or moved him. Yes. Does that help you recall if the cyclist had a helmet on? Yes, I guess it does. Then it goes on to say, quote, my cell phone was dead. Yes. It goes on to say, quote, someone said they had already called 911. Yes. And goes on to say, quote, the cyclist appeared severely injured. Yes. I waited at the scene for about 5 to 7 minutes, then gave my name and number to a cyclist and then went home. Yes. I was first interviewed by Joe Hazelton, legal investigator, on May 5, 2012. Yes. When you were interviewed by Mr. Hazelton and during the entire time you dealt with Mr. Hazelton, was he polite to you? Absolutely. Did Mr. Hazelton ever try and push you in saying something that you felt uncomfortable saying? No. And the statement, as I just read it, is true and accurate even as we sit here today? Yes. All right. Ms. Wilson, I want to thank you very much for your time. I know it was difficult with travels and all that, but I'm glad we were able to get this arranged. I appreciate Wayne cooperating with Ms. Wilson's schedule. Thank you. You're welcome. I have questions. Certainly. I'll review some notes and go ahead and pass, and Wayne may have some questions for you. Let's just go off the record for a moment. Let's take a break and I'll use the restroom. Okay. Good afternoon, Ms. Wilson. Good afternoon. My name is Wayne. I introduced myself earlier this morning. Yes, and I represent the defendants in this case. Okay. All right. And I have some follow-up questions to ask you about your testimony this morning and a few other matters that were not covered. Okay. All right. So have you ever been deposed before, given a deposition like this before? In my divorce. Okay, and that was quite some time ago. Oh, yes. Okay. Have you ever given a deposition in any type of an auto accident type of case? No. Okay, I assume you do have a driver's license? Yes. Okay, and that's from the state of California? Yes. Do you happen to know the number? JO 37128. Okay. And are there any restrictions on your license? No. Were there any restrictions on your license as of September 18, 2012, when this accident happened? Okay, I notice that you have glasses with you. Are those reading glasses or are they for distance reading? Okay, and were you required to wear Any type of glasses while driving back in 2012? No. Okay, how many years had you been driving as of 2012? Give me an estimate. Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. I thought I was bad with having the birth date. I know. Bill asked you your birth date. I don't think there's anything more embarrassing than that. This many decades. Maybe it would be better to ask her maybe the date when she got her license. 50 years. Okay, or more. Did you get your license at 16? No, I think, yeah, no, 17, I think. Okay. Have you ever been employed? Yes. Outside the home? Of course. Yes. All right, the word list. Well, we have SUV, so SUV would be all caps, no periods, no spaces. SUV. Joe, J-O-E, Hazleton, capital H-A-Z-L-E-T-O-N. Wilson, capital W-I-L-S-O-N. Wayne, capital W-A-Y-N-E. Bill, capital B-I-L-L. All right, it looks like that's it for the word list. That will conclude our 120 Q&A practice test.